Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. I'm so excited to be with you guys tonight. It's like our midweek pick-me-upper, and we know that we're at the middle and now it's downhill to the weekend, which I'm so excited about. I always look forward to my weekends. I enjoy my downtime and my crafting time and hanging out with friends. So I hope all you guys are having a great day. If you're watching this on a YouTube Live, my name is Anne Granger and I'm an independent demonstrator here in Canada. And you are live right now in my Facebook group. I'm going to try going live on my group for a while because I know Facebook pages are like, it has to do with algorithms, so it's really weird. So I'm super excited to be with you. Welcome to my happy place. This is aka my happy place. I love spending time in here. It's like my de-stressor after a busy day at work. I come in, I put on my music, I create. It's like such a happy place. I am sharing tonight with you 3 fancy folds, a fancy fold template, like a fancy fold, but done 3 different ways. And you're also getting a sneak peek of brand new products. So let me check my settings to make sure that everything is good. Then I can see comments. So if you're here, say hi, let me know where you're from. And I wanted to remind you that, I forgot to grab my books. I wanted to remind you, where's the other one here, that we are at April 26th. Today's 26, right? Yep, 26. So we only have 6 days left of the 2022 Annual Catalog and the January to April 2023 catalog. These items right now in this catalog that are retiring are 60% off on the last chance list. Lots of items are sold out, but there's lots of items that are still great deals where there is 60% items. So that is really exciting. You can order from these catalogs till May 1st. Our new catalog, which is our 2023 annual, will start on May 2nd. I am in the process. My catalogs are all ready to go. I just need to go to the post office and they will be mailed out. So if you have purchased from me in the last 6 months, you are on that list. If you're not and you live anywhere in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to help you out. Just message me and I can pop a catalog in the mail for you. I'm hoping they won't take too long. And that you guys will get them as soon as possible. Not to worry though, next week I will be sending out an email with links to the catalogs, to the online store, so you can see all of that while you wait for your catalogs. All right, that is all I really have updates to tell you. So I'm going to flip my camera and we're going to get started creating. As I said, we're making some fancy folds tonight and I am sharing with you some new products as sneak peeks. So let me flip my camera so you're going to see my blinds. I wish I could show you my outside view. I have beautiful trees and gardens. Well, the gardens aren't coming up yet. But I get, oops, my camera stand just came down a bit. I get the west sun. So I have, in order to do my Facebook Lives, I need to close my blinds because I would not be able to see you guys. Okay, so I'm just making sure everything looks straight here. Yeah. So this, just so a reminder, here is the April hostess code for the month. You can go to my blog, which is www.stayupwithanne.com, hit shop now, and that'll take you to my online store. All right, so I saw this fancy fold on my friend Patty Bennett's blog, and I was like, what a great idea. And I was asked to do a demonstration for a direct meeting with Stampin' Up! Demonstrators here in Canada for Sunday. So I thought, why not share this technique with you guys? Hello, Nancy. How are you? Hello, Caroline. Hello, Susanna. Thank you for watching. So the first one I want to show you is, we'll start with this one. I am showcasing the new product called Circle Sayings. And this is, so if you see this symbol here, it's a $1 Million Achiever set. And I want to think I forget who this is. So what she does, if you're a $1 Million Achiever, you get to design a stamp set and you work with a concept artist and they help bring your vision to life. So this is her stamp set and it's actually a bundle. It comes with a 2 3/8 circle punch. I'm going to tell you a little tip. Punches and dies take the longest to come in from, they come from overseas. So if there's something you would like, in punches and dies that you think, oh, I really need to have, I would order them earlier than later just to make sure you get them. So this is the one we're using tonight. I'm going to get our product. I put my card there, and I'm going to show you some of the products we are using. So this color is Fresh Freesia, which is right now one of our current in colors, and it actually is carrying over into the new 2023 color refresh. So this is Fresh Freesia. So this is 5.5 by 5.5, and we're actually going to score this at 4 1/4. So let's do that right now. So 5.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm just going to put this over here because I need that again. And I'm just going to grab my bone folder. Okay, so there's that. All right. I'm going to put that there so to hold it down. Then we have a piece of white that is 4 by 5 1/4. We have a piece of designer series paper that is also 4 by 5 1/4. This is the new Brights and Beautiful DSP. It's a 6 by 6 pack. Look at all these colors. These are all the returning and new core colors for the color refresh. So this is 4 by 5 1/4, and then you need 2 strips that are 1 by 5 1/4. So this is a great way to use your 6 by 6 DSP. You also need, for this card, we're using a circle punch, a layering circle, not a stylish circle shape. And I already die cut that out for us, and I'm just using some of the 2022, 2024 in color twine, so that's what we're using. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do, and I'm going to grab my glue, is we're going to take this glue here. I ran out of tape runners, and I have to go back. I have to go to glue, and it's kind of driving me a little crazy. Are you a glue fan or are you a tape runner fan? It was so funny. I asked that question when I was doing my presentation, and everyone's like, "We like the glue. It's easy." Hello, Mark. How are you today? Thanks for joining. Okay, so we put our strip down, and we're just putting some glue, and we're going to put this paper right in here. Just like that. So it looks like that. We're going to take the other strip, and we're also going to put glue on it. And this is going to go right here. So that looks like that. So then what we're going to do, oops, sorry, I hit my light as I was doing that. We're going to take this, let's go this pattern. We're going to lay this DSP sheet down. And why I'm doing that is I want to make sure that my card lines up here so that when you're using it, it's not like it's hanging over it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down here. And we're just going to fold that. I'm just going to hold that for a few minutes just to make sure that it sticks. Okay, so now what happens is we have a card that opens up like this. So you kind of have that look right there. So we're going to bring in our circle punch, our circle die cut, and we're actually going to punch with the new 2 3/8. And I'm just going to grab the circle. I really like punches because they're quick and easy. You don't have to get out a die cutting machine to do all that. So I'm just going to move this off to the side for a minute. I'm going to put this over here for a minute. Okay, so we are going to use the new circle saying. Let me grab just a scrap piece of paper. So we're going to use the one that says celebrate. I'm going to pick that up with that. And then we're going to use the cupcake. So we're using the celebrate greeting and the cupcake from the circle saying. I'm just going to put a foam under this because if it's a photo palmer, you really want to make sure you stamp in a good spot. We're using fresh freesia. As I said, it's one of the in colors right now that is leaving us on May 1st, but it is coming back on May 2nd in the new color refresh for 2023. So I'm super excited about these new colors. Can't wait to show you as we move forward. All right, so that is that. I'm just gonna put this away, and I'm going to grab my Memento ink and a scrap paper. Okay, so let's put this up here. So tonight with this fancy phone, I'm going to show you 3 ways to use it. That way you can see different variations. So 2 of the cards features new product, and the last one is featuring a carryover item that is carrying over into the new 2023 annual catalog. All right, so let's just put that up there for a minute. I'll put that there. Okay, so I'm going to color these, and I'm going to color it with light parakeet party. I always want to say parrot because I feel like it should be a parrot. So Stampin' Up! Concept artists do a really good job of like where we should add some highlights. Now, I'm still learning how to color with blends, but there's demonstrators out there that have phenomenal colors. So I just kind of like outline it and then just color up and down to kind of like features that dark and highlight. Okay, so then we're going to come in and we're going to do this with the dark freesia. I'm just going to color down here. And coming in with the light, and I'm just going to color in. Okay, I'm going to quickly grab my paper snips and we're going to cut this out. So paper snips are a great tool to have in your room for coloring. I will be uploading this video to my YouTube channel and to my blog. So if you do not follow me on those 2 channels, come follow me because then you'll know when I post my videos. So every Wednesday night at 8, I'm going to do 8 now because of the summer months. We're going to go live in our probably Facebook page or group. I will let you know where I'm going. Just to see, I want to see the difference in people, like it reaches. All right, so we're going to put that there. We're going to, I hear this. I should have went and checked. I think I have that there. Just like that. So we're putting that on like that. And then, because we have it on the front, we don't have to worry about where, like, lining it up because that fold is there. So this is a great way to use up designer series paper. You could totally use this for, like, obviously we're doing it for a birthday card, but a Christmas card. I could see it used for like a thank you card. You could even probably put a pocket inside and make it like a gift card holder. Okay, so I'm just cutting the twine. And we're just going to double fold it. I kind of like sometimes doing that. It gives that extra element. But sometimes I cut my ribbon too short and that's what happens. We'll try it again. All right. Okay, so I got that. I'm just gonna grab a bow. And I'm just gonna put that down there like that. probably just trim off some of the extra twine there. I like twine, it's easy to work with. And then I'm gonna bring in our ever so faithful rhinestones. If you've been around for Stampin' Up, these things have been out for ages. And we're just going to pick some up and put them there. All right, so here is your first card of the evening using this circle saying dot bundle. Showcasing a fun fancy fold. So how fun is that? All right, so I'll just show you my other sample because it showcases the same but just the different pattern in that paper. So there's two for you. So this is the bright and beautiful 6x6 designer serial paper that will be available in the 2023 annual catalog. Okay, so let's move to our next one. The next one that I'm showcasing is featuring it's part of a suite and it's called Fresh as a Daisy. And the bundle in that set is called Cheerful Daisy. It's a photo Palmer. It has some great gradings, but beautiful. I think I'm gonna call these Gerber daisies. And then it also has matching dies. And you can see those dies here. So they're beautiful. So you can stamp your image and then cut it out. You could cut it out, stamp it, or cut it out in cardstock. So either way it looks really nice. Okay, so let's bring our card in. So this one is showcasing the Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper. So that, as I told you, that is a suite. It has paper, in color dots, some adhesives, and a paper bundle. And that, so 5.5 by 5.5. We're going to score at 4 1/4. Like that. So same way we're going to do that. We have a piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. We have a piece of designer series paper that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have two pieces that is 1 by 5 1/4. Not to worry, I will put all the measurements for these projects in this post, probably tomorrow night. That way you will be able to recreate them. Oh, and then I have a stylish shape circle and will be around for 2025. If you're on my mailing list, I just sent out details of my 2023-2025 in color club, and I will be sending out, in probably by the end of the weekend, my classes for May, June, and July. Going back to a skeleton calendar with consistent classes, so I just need to work on what I want to do, so that information will be coming out soon. Sometimes my full-time job gets in the way of doing this job, and I love this job, so someday. All right, so once again, I just adhered that strip to the basic white, and then I put the strip in the front. This is the Fresh as a Daisy, so this is the one side, and I'm just using the other side because I always know they coordinate. And I'm gonna line that up just like that, and we're just gonna put some glue down. That way you know for sure that it's lining up. Just make sure that here is pretty good. Okay, so on this, I'm going to bring back in my paper. We are going to stamp the stem in garden green, because garden green is actually one of the colors that is in that paper. So when I'm looking at projects, I always go to the designer series paper first. Like I kind of figure out, okay, this is the stamp set I want to use. And then I figure out the stamp set. And then I figure out, okay, like what stamp set. Then I go for my colors. And then I usually look to see what colors are in the paper. And then that's where I pull my cardstock, my ribbon, and my embellishments from, is the paper. So what I did was I just stamped the stem, a tall stem, and then I did short stems because I wanted it to look like leaves in the grass. We're also going to stamp some leaves, but I will wait until I put on my flowers. Okay, so we are doing, I'm going to put that up there for now. Okay, so we're going to do an outline in boho, actually I'm just going to move this stuff up here so I have more room, in boho blue. So this is one of the new in colors. It's a very pretty color. Oh, I meant to put, we're just going to do one. I'll show you the difference I did. Okay, so there's boho blue. Oh, and I can actually show you what those colors look like in cardstock. So what I wanted to do is I actually wanted to stamp off. The neat thing about this stamp set is you can fill it in. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm literally just lining the outline edge with the solid edge. I went with a more soft look because I didn't want it to be so bold on my card. Then I'm going to come in with a little center, and we're going to feature the color called Pebbled Path. I really like this. It's like a grayish brown. I could see this being a color on somebody's wall. I'm gonna actually show you the paper, the cardstock in a minute. So just let me finish this stamping here and then I'll do that for you. I try to tidy up as I go because sometimes I feel those stamps are so rubberish that you can easily lose one. And trust me, I've done that before. Alright, so I'm just adding some leaves because I think my little daisy Gerber daisy needs some leaves. Alright, oh, I need the boho back. Alright, so there is that, and then while I have this out, we're going to stamp. There is a greeting that says, oops, a daisy, so sorry. So I thought, how cute is that? Oopsie daisy, so sorry. And it'll be like right there. So that is in the boho blue. Just put that up there for now. Do you ever have one of those scrap papers that you use for everything? That is that piece. Alright. So let's put this away. Let's bring our card back in. So there's Oops a Daisy. So let's put our adhesive on. And then I will get out those colors to show you. And I'll show you some resources that I created for my presentation on Sunday with demonstrators here top leaders here in Canada. Okay, so I want to put this glue here. So I'm actually just going to use a little glue dot up at the top. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the other side. Dimensionals are your best friends. I always laugh when I find these dimensionals in different parts of my house. Okay, so there's the card. And this, because they're the in colors, they also come with these gorgeous in color dots. You can get them in. So I am showcasing that. So Pebble Path, Wild Wheat, Moody Mauve, Copper Clay, and Boho Blue. So we're just going to pick up and we're going to put randomly Okay, so there is that. So those are gorgeous. Look at those. Definitely will be stocking up on these. All right. Let me show you the card, and then I will show you some resources. Okay, so here is our Oops a Daisy So Sorry card, featuring the Fresh as a Daisy designer series paper and the Cheerful Daisy bundle. So it just opens like that. So I always leave these blank just because I have a lot of coworkers and friends that buy cards off me, so I leave it blank so they can do that. So that is that, and I'll show you the sample that I made because I did do it a little different. I just did 2 Gerber daisies on here, so I did like a full and then a half using the same colors. So there's those. So I will show that. Okay, so I wanted to show you, here are the stamps. So the 2023 In Colors comes in ink, refills, cardstock, designer series paper, blends, Stampin' Right markers, designer series paper, a ribbon, jute ribbon, and In Color dots. So here are the 2023-2025 In Color Stampin' blends, just so you can see. So here's the dark and light of Moody Mauve. Here is the dark and light of Boho Blue. Here is the dark and light of Copper Clay. Here is the dark and light of Wild Wheat. And here is the dark and light of Pebble Puff. I have to admit, when I first saw these colors, I wasn't sure about them. They're a very different color palette, but after playing with them this weekend, I really like them. I'm not sure about the Wild Wheat yet, I have to admit on that one. But I did see a card that used Copper Clay, Wild Wheat, and Pebble Path, and it was gorgeous. I do feel these will be very nice colors for autumn, for fall. So let me show you just what the cardstock looks like. So here's Pebble Path. So it's like a very grayish brown. Here is Copper Clay. It's a really rustic color. I really like the Boho Blue. It's very pretty. Here is Wild Wheat. So it's almost like a greenish brown. And then here is Moody Mauve. So it's like a dusty color. So those are the colors. All right, so for our last project of the evening, I wanted to share with you a card that was, or a stamp set that was carrying over. So I featured this last week called Taco Fiesta, last week or the week before. And this is another $1 Million Achiever set by Erica Serwin from Pink Buckaroo. She lives in San Antonio, Texas, and she when she was designing her stamp set, she loves coloring, so she knew she wanted open lines and she wanted cutesy. So this stamp set is definitely very cutesy. It's been very popular amongst demonstrators and customers, especially if you search Pinterest. And I'm excited to say it is in our January to April catalog, but it is carrying over into our 2023 catalog, so you have a full year of using this. And if you have a friend who loves tacos, what a cute card to give to them. All right, so the card we are making tonight, I'm actually showing you a little different way of doing this fold, but it's still the same concept. So our 5 1/4 by 5, no, sorry, 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. So I can move that out of my way. Let's get our bone folder. Okay, so let's put the other side. So this one, we have a piece that is a basic white 4 by 5 1/4. I am using the Butterfly Kisses Designer Series paper that is leaving the 2022 annual catalog. So it's in the last chance list. So it is 4 by 5 1/4. This time, instead of designer series paper, I'm using 2 strips of cardstock that is 1 by 5 1/4. And then I have another piece of cardstock that is 4 by 5 1/4. And these are crushed curry. And then I have a scalloped contour die scallop. So let's build our card. So, the first thing we want to do, we're not going to build our card yet. So we're going to put all our pieces over here. The first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to bring these pieces in. And I'm just going to put that away. And what we're going to do is we're going to stamp little nacho chips in crushed curry. So I wanted to kind of create like my own designer series paper. So I need to spray my stamp ink pad, scrub pad here. Okay, so here's my crushed curry, and I'm just gonna randomly stamp those chips down, and I'm gonna come in and do that again. Okay, so randomly stamped those. So I'm gonna just put these away, because as I said, these stamps are so little, sometimes I feel like you lose them. All right, so there's that. I can put that away, and I can put this away for now. Okay, so let's bring our one card in. We're gonna flip this over. We're going to adhere that. I never used to be a fan of fancy folds. I honestly thought they were so hard to do, but I am loving fancy folds. I actually do a fancy fold class every month where I give you a template. So we create the template. So I would give you the measurements for this, and then we would create 3 cards showcasing that template. My customers love it because it's a great way to use your designer series paper. It's a great way to learn some new fancy folds, and they just love getting out each month with some other crafty friends, and you know, we chat, we enjoy candy bar, and I'll have a great time. Oops, I see got some marks there. That's okay. All right, so let's put this down. I don't think my ink is. I have to say I think I'm missing my tape runners. I think it's just easier than glue. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'll keep using it till my order comes. All right, so there's that. Okay, so for this, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna lay this down, make sure we're lining it up. And we're just gonna put glue here. And we're just gonna adhere that down. Up. Okay, so now when I was creating this card, I was like, yep, that's what I like it. And then I open it and I'm like, I really don't want flowers. It doesn't really go with my taco theme. So I was like, what can I do? So then I thought about putting just a piece of cardstock down to hide this paper, because we didn't want this paper showing. So I'm just basically just gonna line it up and make sure that it covers my DSP. So now when you open it, they would have no idea that there was some type of flowery paper down there. Okay, so let's bring in our scallop, and we're gonna get our memento, and we're going to use a saying that says, holy moly guacamole, or holy guacamole, it's your, no, what's it say? Holy guacamole, it's your birthday. Okay, so we're just gonna put that right down there. I'm stamping it in Memento ink. Memento ink is honestly my go-to black. Then we're going to bring in, I'm just gonna put this here. I already have one colored, so we'll just do that one. And then I have some white here. And we're going to stamp the nacho bowl right there. So sometimes I will color a bunch of images, like stamp them and color them, and then I just put them in my case. So when I'm looking for some extra pieces, they're in my stamp case. So that's like a little tidbit of information for you. Oh. All right. So then we're going to color, and then I'll come back with little faces. So for my coloring, let's move this out of the way. We are using crumb cake. Do a little bit of crumb cake. here, crumb cake light. I'm gonna come in with my light. So if you are interested in any of these products, you can go to the easiest way is to go to my online store. So going through my blog, www.stayinpavilion.com, and then go to my online store. And don't forget to use the hostess code. If you spend over $50 for the month of April, I will send you a pack of a selection of assorted designer series paper that are retired, and I've got some oldies in there as my way of saying thank you. Plus, if you spend over $50, that's with a $50 order. You will also receive a handmade card in the mail. So I just went to the post office yesterday with a whole bunch of Happy Mail. So watch for some Happy Mail coming your way if you've placed orders with me in the month of April. So now I'm just coloring the nacho chips. There. And we're going to come in with a smaller block. Because I think, like, that's cute. But honestly, when you put the little smiley faces on it, it just adds to the characters. I just love this set. I think it's one of those sets that even after it retires, I will hold on to it because it's just so stinking cute. All right, let me move some pieces out of my way here. And let's finish this project. So, I'm just gonna cut this little bowl up. Okay, so there's our little bowl, there's our avocado. I'm just gonna cut out the nachos. Are you guys fans of guacamole? I've been, I see like I'm trying to eat healthier, and one of my, naturopaths suggested guacamole, but I don't know. I don't know. I tried it on the weekend. Maybe I need a different guacamole. I found it to be very salty. Maybe it was just me. Maybe it was the kind I bought. I don't know. So anyways, let me know if you eat guacamole. I'm a big hummus fan, and she's like, should probably go to better. It'd be better if you go to guacamole. I don't know. Still the jury's out on that one. All right, so let's put down our little bowl. And then we're gonna put down our guacamole, or our avocado. And then we're going to add in our nacho chips. And then we're going to pop this up. So I'm going to share you the sample I made with you, because the sample I made with you, I actually used a stitched square from the Stylish Shapes, but I wanted to show you what it looked like with a scallop, just to give you different ideas and variations of this card, so you don't always just have to use a circle. So there is our finished card showcasing the Holy Guacamole, the Taco Fiesta stamp set. So let me show you what the sample looked like, and then I'll bring all the samples back in for us. So here is the one I did on the weekend featuring the Stylish Shape. So same, I did the same inside. So there is 2 cards. Here is, so this is our second card. This was our first card, and here is our third card featuring this fun fancy fold. One is a great way to use designer series paper, or you could choose to use cardstock and make your own designer series paper like I did. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you really liked this fun fancy fold. It's a fun one. I will definitely use this again. As I think it's a great way to use designer series paper, and I can see what a beautiful way to do Christmas paper or fall paper. You could do it as a thank you, as a birthday, as a Christmas, a get well. And I think you could even use make this as a little gift card holder. So that would be a fun way too. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on our Wednesday Crafty session. I believe this is number 89. Oh my gosh, we're closing in on 100. I started these when we were during COVID. And it was a great way for us to craft together. So make sure you tell your friends about our weekly crafty sessions. Like, comment, and share this video. I will be posting it to my YouTube and to my Facebook, my blog. So if you don't follow me on those, make sure you do, because I eventually want to do I eventually want to do YouTube Live. So I'm really hoping to grow my channel so I can do that. If you have any questions about any of these cards, please let me know. I would love to hear your feedback. And I will see you guys next Wednesday night, where we will be showcasing new product because the new catalog will be started. Countdown is on. It's like Christmas, like the countdown to Christmas Eve. So exciting. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening and a great week. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.